chosen to forego his shoes. Addison Woolsey.
Alright, here we go. I've been having the same dream for the last few nights, where I'm a fish eating peanut butter. Delicious and crunchy peanut butter. I'm in a fish tank, but the tank sits at the bottom of an ocean. And every now and then, I can hear the roar of an engine, or feel vibrations from the waves atop the water. There are cracks down the sides of the tank, and I can hear the glass slowly splintering. I will soon be free to leave, but I don't know if I will. I love the gritty, salty taste of peanut butter, just a little too much. And my fish brain tells me that there may be sharks out in the open water. Not only is it safer and more predictable in the tank, but there is sorrow in leaving a place of such comfort. As we sit here now, with graduation just over the horizon, or already here, our fish tank is breaking. We will be forced to enter the shark-infested seas, but don't worry. Our oceans are also filled with fluorescent jellyfish, whale songs, and snapping turtles. That's supposed to be a good thing. Moving into the bigger food chain will be more risky, but also more exciting, with new room to explore. Graduation always seems to be a hollow time in American culture, where we look back on all the wonderful things that have come and gone in high school and just ignore the ugly parts. There's been great camaraderie within our class, and our many accomplishments deserve to be celebrated, but I feel I would be speaking dishonestly in ignoring the hard times we've gone through. High school sucks sometimes, and I'm sure everyone agrees. I would be lying if I said every person I've met has made my life brighter. Teenagers are hormonally deranged, over-caffeinated, underslept, and notoriously distracted drivers. We sometimes seem to forget about one another in all the chaos. There's been bullying, exclusion, and a whole lot of tears shed over what we can only now see was mostly meaningless conflict. It will be tempting in the near future to look back and reminisce solely on all the great experiences we've had, because they are the easier ones to reflect on. I think, though, we would do better to take the good and bad memories with us, because both have been building blocks that led us to where we are today. With every down, an up has followed. For all of us, there have been inspiring experiences and encounters, whether they came in the form of friends, teachers, activities, or sports. The connections I've made won't all last a lifetime, and in fact many will probably end tonight, but so many people have come into my life and made it better. The lessons I've learned here, whether intentionally taught or not, will carry on for a lifetime. Many of the faculty, teachers, and students I've come to know over the last 4 years have given me hope that people are generally good and can work to make each other's lives happier. It's impossible to say what I'd be like today if I hadn't gained an interest in the environment from Miss Lutz, a passion for running from Coach John Hill, a desire to always fight the man from Miss Kia, or the capacity to speak, read, and think in French thanks to Monsieur Cariotti. These people have helped me find a niche in our community, and I'm confident I would be a less interesting, less intelligent person if I hadn't known them. Thank you to all my mentors who have given me irreplaceable wisdom and changed how I perceive people in the world. Seniors, the seas are open. We are equally uncertain of what will happen when we are cut off from the current metaphysical peanut butter supply, but whatever does will be a little less transparent, a little less predictable. It's a scary, exciting place to be, sitting in the sun-drenched seas, the tide rushing us out from the tank we know. When we leave, the waters will pull us on 1,000 separate currents to faraway places. Our expectations will not hold up to the size of the sea, and we will be forced to redesign how we see the world. One thing I'm sure of, though, is that we will be fast confronted by sharks. We've been bred for this moment, though. We've built up our defense mechanisms over the last 4 years and prepared for the occasional hunt. We are ready to leave this peanut buttery tank far behind and emerge as salmon. We must remember to use our tails, to swim away from the sharks inside our minds. Know that you have the strength to change the things you don't like about yourself. Think about the biases you hold, the things that might lose you friends. Our words can cause immeasurable pain and discord in others' lives, but we always have the power to use speech to stand up against ignorance and intolerance. When you cannot swim away, use your sharp teeth to fight back. Punching someone in the face isn't always the right solution, although my goal is to try it at least once. So use whatever teeth you have. Use your wits, your sarcasm, your art, anything to keep you moving forward with the currents. Remember that you are not the only fish in the sea, and that other sea creatures will have wisdom to help you. As a good friend once told me, we are only as strong as we are united, as weak as we are divided. When the hard times come and the dams grow tall, remember that you are a salmon and can live in both salt and fresh water. Our lives sometimes grow tethered when we find a niche in the sea, but we should never watch life pass by from the safety of any one tank for too long. If you find yourself needing a change, then go somewhere new and meet new people. It's easier said than done, I know, but it's always worth challenging yourself and trying to move between worlds every once in a while. And on a final note, at the end of their lives, salmon are guided home by the scent of the river. They always make it back to the exact shore where they started unless stopped by predators, and that's pretty crazy. I don't know if Bellevue High has a specific smell that will bring me back, but I know that all the people I've met and who've made my life better will. I look forward to coming home to see how we evolve, and I wish you all the best of luck on your journeys out of the tank. Swim swiftly, and never forget the scent of home.